Lots of people heading out to ring in the new year. The big question, of course, what to wear? She shut her door and then left the car unlocked and unattended while she walked across the parking lot. Some shopping to be done.
Yeah, I didn't see the car either.
No,
Maybe.
well, you have time.
Yeah,
a couple more days.
Right.
New video just coming in tonight of a train derailment and explosion. Austin police right now are investigating 2 suspicious deaths. Now, they found the bodies of 2 people here. We're heading into the last weekend of 2013, hard to believe, but it won't disappoint. So tonight, if you're heading out, grab a jacket.
Grab a jacket, but just...
Good evening, I'm Walt Macaborski.
And I'm Ericka Miller in for Judy tonight. We're heading into the last weekend of 2013, hard to believe, but it won't disappoint.
Yes, a lot riding on this forecast here, Storm Tracker Meter. Thanks, Jordan. Austin is getting ready to ring in a new year, but fireworks are just part of the attraction.
That's right. 10,000 people are expected at this year's event. KEYE-TV's Lydia Pantasis is live at Auditorium Shores to show us what's in store and how to avoid all the traffic. Lydia? A Burleson County deputy killed in the line of duty was remembered today for his service to the community. Sergeant Adam Souders was killed when he and a team of deputies were serving a search warrant at a home south of Snook. A person inside opened fire, killing the 7-year veteran of the department. The 31-year-old was not only a sheriff's deputy, but a volunteer with the fire department in his hometown of Somerville. A tragedy the day after Christmas for a family in San Antonio. A 6-year-old girl who just bought candy from the ice cream man was killed when he backed over her. Police say the driver did not see the girl jump on the back of the truck as he was trying to turn around. She slipped, fell underneath, and was killed.
They're okay.
And no charges are expected. The girl's family says older kids like to jump on the back of the truck as it passes through the neighborhood.
Tomorrow.
It is one of the toughest calls a 911 operator will ever take. And mystery donation, what was left inside a Salvation Army kettle and what the organization plans to do with it now. Welcome back. It was probably the longest 8 minutes of her life. A 911 dispatcher on the line with a mother threatening suicide as her daughter watched.
As Dana Rebick reports, the quick work of the dispatcher and a state trooper kept the woman alive. Now that little girl is in state protective custody. Her mother is in the hospital and told police she's a victim of domestic violence and felt she couldn't go on anymore. State Patrol says there's a spike in suicide calls this time of year. In fact, this dispatcher that we just heard from says she got 3 more Wednesday and another on Thursday morning. Well, it's the words every kid usually wants to hear.
We're going to Disney World right now.
Yay, right? Well, why this little girl says no thanks to the happiest place on earth. That's a pretty neat story. A Florida couple sprang a surprise trip to Disney World to their little girl, but they didn't get the reaction they expected. Take a listen.
We're going to Disney World right now.
I want to go to Mobile.
What in the world, right? Well, 3-year-old Mary Carlisle Williams says she wants to go to Mobile, Alabama, not to Disney. Mary's grandparents live in Mobile, which is why she was so set on going there. After the video went viral earlier this month, city officials in Mobile decided to make Mary an official ambassador. So on Monday, the mayor presented her with a key to the city and a year-long pass to the Mobile Museum of Art. Who needs Disney, right? Well, Mary's mom said the family did make it to Disney World and they had a blast despite Mary's initial reaction. I love that. Well, we know for decades most kids have been thrilled to go to Disney World. I was definitely one of them. We want to know what your best or your worst family vacation was. Just tell us about it on Facebook page. Just search for KEYE-TV.
Take as much. Right now, if there's a tree lover in your family, you might want to have them dust themselves off before they come into the house.
Yeah, cedar fever seems to be coming on early and overlapping flu season. I know you're suffering, right? Well, that means plenty of misery on the way. KEYE-TV's Fred Cantu joins us now with what it's all about.
Thankfully, the cedar is low today.
Today it's low. Tomorrow it'll probably be high again. Yeah. It's one of those up and down types of pollens. But today it is low. We've got...
Roller coaster continues.
Yep, it's that up and down forecast.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
Yep.
Is your information safe? All new at 6. Find out why the recent Target security breach is now shining light on an even bigger security problem. Why some experts say the answer can be found overseas. A federal judge in New York says the NSA's collection of phone metadata is legal. The decision clashes with another ruling just last week by a federal judge in Washington who said the program was likely unconstitutional. In his ruling today, U.S. District Judge William Pauley said the NSA's bulk collection of phone records was legal under the Patriot Act. This all comes after the program was revealed in classified leaks by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. Does one grape spoil the bunch? The questions that were raised after a top federal executive brought in a six-figure salary without even stepping foot into work. Welcome back. How much confidence should taxpayers put in the Federal Environmental Protection Agency?
Well, not much, according to some government watchdogs. A high-ranking EPA manager was sentenced to more than 30 months in prison for bilking the agency out of salary, bonuses, and benefits while not even showing up for work.
Now, as Christine Frizzau reports, there are new calls for accountability of your tax dollars.
Well, we're kind of hanging on to some warm weather, which is nice.
Warmer weather going into this weekend. Yeah, today we hit 60. I think tomorrow will be Sunday before the next cold front.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News with Jeff Glores next.
It started with a simple phone call that Jill Mullins just happened to pick up.
I answered the phone and they said, we are calling on behalf of the Police Protective Fund and we're calling to raise money for the families of fallen officers, and we were wondering if you would like to contribute. And I said, really, I'm actually the daughter of a fallen officer and I've never heard of you. And they hung up.
As the daughter of Sergeant Mickey Hutchins, a Winston-Salem police officer who was killed back in 2009, that call caught Jill's attention, so she and her mother Beth started to dig. They found dozens of comments on Charity Ratings websites. He hung up on me, slammed the phone in my ear, started insulting her because I didn't donate. That's when the Hutchins family called us and we started digging. What we found is that the PPF has had problems in at least 3 other states: California in 2010, Missouri in 2008, and Maryland in 2006. The California Justice Department alleged the PPF engaged in deceptive practices that resulted in a $60,000 settlement in which the PPF denied any wrongdoing and agreed to stop working in the state of California. In 2008, the PPF agreed to pay the state of Missouri $450,000 to settle telemarketing harassment charges, and they were banned from Missouri for 2 years.
We are concerned enough to be looking into it because of the consumer complaints that we have received.
And now North Carolina Attorney General Roy Cooper is also investigating.
We have some complaints from consumers that say that they told them that the money went to charity. If that is the case, then they have misrepresented the company, because they are supposed to give you the exact breakdown of how much of their money goes to the charitable purpose and how much goes for salary, administrative costs, and telemarketing commissions.
Tax records show the PPF raised about $6 million last year. $3.4 million went to salaries, benefits, and other compensation. That's 57%. $2.5 million went to fundraising expenses. That's 42%. That means 99% of the money taken in went to salaries, benefits, and fundraising expenses. While that doesn't sit well with him, Roy Cooper says it's not necessarily illegal as long as organizations aren't misleading their donors.
Between prayers, money, doing things for us, they've all pitched in and been very, very good to us.
But after getting a lot of generous community donations over the years, the Hutchins family says, legal or not, what the PPF is doing is wrong. I'm Ericka Miller, WXII 12 News.